Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another review from the London Film Festival 2023. Welcome to Cinema Savvy. My name is Tate. How is everyone doing today? So, I'm going to be talking about chronologically the last film that I've seen at the festival. So, this is the last film of the festival. Whether we upload it beforehand or not, we will see. And I'm so glad that this was my last film. I had the choice of kind of going home early or sticking around and watching The Holdovers, which is what we're reviewing today. And do you know what? What a way to finish the festival. Oh my lord. I know there's still festival films coming out and there's still stuff going on, but I've had to come back to my home to do other things, non-film based instead. Sadly, I wasn't able to stay to the end. You've got films like One Life coming out. You've got the new Chicken Run film or Poor Things and also The Kitchen. There's so many films coming out towards the end of the festival, but I'm glad that I finished on The Holdovers. I'm going to go straight into the review. We'll talk about socials and stuff like that later because I really want to get into this. So this is a comedy drama, and here's the plot. So a cranky history teacher at prep school is forced to remain on campus over the holidays with a student who has no family plans. Now, it's directed by Alexander Payne, who quite a divisive director. Some things that he's directed and produced, people absolutely love. Some things people don't like as much. So Downsizing was the one which everyone really didn't like. He's done Nebraska, which has been critically acclaimed. The Descendants, critically acclaimed. Sideways, critically acclaimed. He's Election. Like there's so many different films that people have loved from him. And Downsizing was a big kind of, it didn't go well, and therefore it's he was kind of given, a lot of criticism for that film. I wasn't a big fan of it personally, but this is a massive return to form. And I want to just point it out, it's set in the same kind of vein as those old holiday movies you get in America. It stars Paul Giamatti, who does a fantastic job as the lead character. You've got Divine Joy Randolph, who I've recognized from Only Murders in the Building. She's also been in loads of other things. And a debut from Dominic Sessa, who was fantastic playing the character of Angus. This is the funniest film I've seen at the festival. Outside of Barbie, it's probably the funniest film I've seen this year. It is fantastic. Some of the lines that Paul Giamatti has to deliver as this cynic of a teacher who's been stuck over with this one student who has no family left behind, who's also a bit of cynic on life in general. It is brilliant. And as far as the setup of this is concerned, it's just so well set, so well shot, so well acted. The script is so tight. It is ridiculous. This is up there with my favorites of the festival. It's either this or Killers the Flower Moon. I don't know which one to decide because they're so different in the way they're filmed. But I'll put it this way. Flower Moon, I need more time to settle on. I cannot wait until the next time I get to see this film. This is a film that I think is going to become an instant classic. I think it's going to be one of those films where people play it on repeat and will go back and watch it over and over again because the humor hits well. It's filmed as if it's an old school kind of 70s kind of comedy flick, kind of, this holiday season kind of stuff. It's brilliant. It's fantastic. Let's talk about the performances very quickly. Paul Giamatti playing the cynic of a teacher. I haven't seen too many Paul Giamatti performances personally. That's just one thing. I mean, I know he's very good at Sideways. I still haven't seen Sideways. Apart from that, I wouldn't be able to name you off the top of my head a Paul Giamatti role. Apart from, funnily enough, a role in BoJack Horseman where he plays himself. It's really small things. You know him as an actor, but you can't really pin what he's been in. He's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant in this film. Dare I say, a possible Oscar-worthy comedy performance. And I really do wish this film gets nominated for various different things, because this could be nominated for writing, could be nominated for directing, could be nominated for acting performances and everything like that. So I really do hope they give it a big Oscar push, and I hope it gets as well received as, everyone was laughing so loud in the performance of it. So I really do hope it gets the acclaim that it deserves. Dominic Sessa as a first-time performance, fantastic. You believe his character from the very, very start. You kind of attach himself onto him. He's a bit of an outsider, a bit of a loner, and you come to love him as a character as he develops throughout the film. Divine Joy Randolph also has a very, very heartbreaking story behind her character, which kind of unravels as the plot goes on. But at the same time, she brings in some hilarious comedic moments with just a look given in this film. This film is it's just fantastic. It's set over Christmas time, so I'm sure that people are gonna go over and watch it on Christmases and stuff like that. I may even add it to my list of outside kind of Christmas films that I'm going to go back and watch. Like I said, it's set in that kind of late 60s, early 70s time period. So it's given that style of humor, that style of filmmaking to give it that kind of edge of the past. It just feels like a time capsule of a film, just a bundle of joy. And yeah, I cannot state how funny this film is. I really cannot. This is an experience. This is absolutely an experience. And I know I'm rambling in this review, but for the people who've watched Cinema Savvy for years now, both myself and George, we have different styles of reviews when we're going at it on our own. And for me, it's definitely the ramble. It's the one where if I really like a film, I will just continue to talk about it over and over again. This film balances out its humor with some more sentimental moments, some heart kind of wrenching moments and stuff like that. And this is what I was talking about in the review for the Book of Clarence, which everyone should go and watch as well. It balances it out so well. It really does. It balances out those heartbreaking moments in the film, those sadder moments, those moments of contemplation, with moments of absolute hysterical levels of humor. And it works, and it's purely based on the characters. It's the characters they've built up. It's not like landing a joke or landing a punchline from a visual pun or anything like that. It's all based around, the teacher who won't stop quoting his kind of the scripture and literature and stuff like that. And, he's pissed off at the boy for just being there and stuff like that. And you've got Dominic's character of Angus, who's just kind of doesn't want to be there and kind of makes kind of jibe remarks and stuff like that, and kind of cuts in with the kind of snarkiness and everything of it all. So those two characters rub up the wrong way. And then you've got Mary Lamb, played by Divine Joy Randolph, who comes in with the sassiness of it, but really brings the heart to the film. It all ties together so well. It really does. I don't think I could recommend a film more at this festival. I know that films like Killers of the Flower Moon, I don't even have to recommend. People will just go and watch it because it's Leonardo DiCaprio, and because it's Scorsese as well. It's being hyped up. But if there's a film that I'm coming away from this festival, I'm going, yeah, everyone needs to watch this film. It's The Holdovers. And even as, a British person who I don't get all of the references and stuff like that, you will find it hysterical, even if that's the case. It's just one of those films where it feels like an instant classic, which is strange to say nowadays, but it fits in so well. So that was my review of The Holdovers, which, as you can hear and see from what I've been saying, I cannot recommend enough. I'm so glad that I finished the festival with it. And I just want to say to everyone before I go into the socials and everything like that, first of all, comment with any of the films you've watched from the festival, as this is going to be the one to tie it all off. I don't know if anyone's going to make it this far into the reviews. Thank you if you've watched all of our reviews from the festival so far. If you want, these bursts of reviews to keep you going with all the films that are going to be coming out in the near future. But thank you for all the support so far on the channel throughout the festival, because I've enjoyed going and watching every single film. I've enjoyed reviewing every single film, and it seems like we've had some really good responses from a lot of the films as well. So thank you everyone for joining me on this journey, joining the channel on this journey. And remember to comment below with what your favorite film that we've reviewed from the festival so far. If there's a film, if you attended the festival this year, please tell me what films I should have watched. As this is the last festival video, I may as well kind of go ahead and say films that are picking up loads of traction from the festival. Late Night with the Devil, and they had to put on extra screenings for that. How to Have Sex, that seems like the festival darling film. They had to put on 2 extra screenings for that. So those 2 films people are raving about. All of Us Strangers, which sadly I wasn't able to make it to. People will not stop talking about that. People were talking about Hitman before the festival possibly being better than The Killer, two films with very similar premises. And we still got a few more films in the festival that we haven't even seen yet, like Chicken Run 2, which is meant to be like a Wakanda Wakanda Forever for Chicken Run franchise, which is unusual to say or whatever. Yeah, it's going to be very, very interesting coming into kind of the final parts of the festival. But thank you, everyone, for joining us on the ride. And please go and follow us on all of our socials. So go onto our social media. There's a Linktree link in the description that takes you to our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, and our Letterboxd, all of our social channels, which you'll be able to keep up to date with everything that's going on the channel. Because we're not just London Film Festival channel. We are a Star Wars, a film, a pop culture. We cover everything, okay? So keep in contact with us and, go and follow us on all the social medias just so you're able to follow those things. And if you like the logo down in the bottom corner over here somewhere, you can have that on some merch. Go onto our Redbubble store and pick up some merch from there. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching, everyone. I've been Tate, this has been Cinema Savvy, and this has been the London Film Festival 2023. Thank you for making it to the end of these videos, and I will see you on the next one.